In today's class, we'll learn about inverse Laplace transform by the method of partial fraction, and we'll see the problems. We'll see here the first one, explanation of partial fraction. Means here how we are going to simplify inverse Laplace transform using partial fraction in detail we'll see, and we'll take a problem. Find the inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s into s plus 1 into s plus 2 into s plus 3. So solution of this problem we'll see now.
Hello students, in today's class we'll see inverse Laplace transform by the method of partial fraction. So in previous lectures we have seen the inverse Laplace transform by complete squaring method, but here this kind of examples we cannot simplify using complete squaring. So here we need to take the help of partial fraction, then we can apply what here inverse Laplace transform. So this is one of the important method to simplify the inverse Laplace transform using partial fraction. So this method of partial fraction is a technique of converting an algebraic function qs upon psi of, means p by q form, which is fraction where degree of q of x is less than of psi of x, means degree of phi of x will be less than what here psi of x into sum. So such cases will do what here, depending on the nature of the term in psi of x, we have to split into sum of various terms with constants a, b, c, d, e, so on, which can be determined later. The inverse is found term by term. So in this today's session we'll see how the problems are going to simplify with the help of partial fraction, or I can say that when to apply the partial fraction while solving the inverse Laplace transform. We'll see the problems in details now. Problems: find the inverse Laplace of 1 upon s into s plus 1 into s plus 2 into s plus 3. See, you can observe here. So this is of what here, multiples of brackets here. So s1 function, s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. So such kind of examples we can simplify using the partial fraction. We'll see how to apply this partial fraction to this kind of examples now. Solution: so we need to apply inverse Laplace to 1 upon s into s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. Now we'll see the details how to simplify, but here what I will do here, first we'll simplify. Let 1 divided by s into s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. So how to apply partial fraction? You know this method. So 1, how many s we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 means we'll get 4 constants, which can be written as a divided by s plus b divided by first bracket, that is s plus 1, c divided by s plus 2, and last one d divided by s plus 3. So we'll simplify. So we need to simplify. So and to get the value of a, b, c, we need to apply the partial fraction method here. So now, so by taking LCM to the both right hand side here, so we have left hand side as it is s into s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3, and here if you take the LCM, we will get LCM as s s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. So which is nothing but now. So right hand side LCM is, so what we'll do here, so a will be multiplied by, so here this complete what denominator we have here, this denominator divided by s cancels, will get 3 back bracket with a, so it will become s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3, plus with b, so s plus 1 divide this complete divided by s plus 1, s plus 1 cancels, we get s into s plus 2 plus s plus 3, s plus 2, s plus 3. I will write down here, plus for c, so we divide by c, what we have here, s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3 divided by s plus 2 cancels, so we will get here c into s plus 1, s plus 3, and for d, this s plus 3, s plus 3 cancelled, remaining is what here, s plus 1, s plus 2. So I will rewrite here completely once again. So therefore these denominators will cancel each other, so we'll get 1 is equal to a into s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3, plus b into s plus 2, s plus 3, plus c into s plus 1, s plus 3, plus d into s plus 1, s plus 2. Now we need to simplify this one by one to get the value of a, b and c. Now to get the value of a, so now we'll put the constants here. First we'll apply, put s is equal to one of the opposite, so here put, if I, how to make this 0, so if I put s is equal to minus 1, this term will become 0, so put s is equal to minus 1, so therefore what happens, we'll see now here, so 1, no s term in the left hand side, 1 as it is. If I put s is equal to minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 will come out here 0, 0 into this completely, this will become 0, so here we don't have, so b into s is minus 1, minus 1 plus 2, minus 1 plus 3, so here we have s plus 1 bracket, so if I put s is equal to minus 1, so minus 1 plus 1 become again 0, so this completely will become 0, I will leave that one. So here also we have s plus 1, if I put s is equal to minus 1, so minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0, 0 into this entire term is 0, so we'll get only the b term, so which implies, so 1 equal to, so minus 1 plus 2 will become plus 1, then minus 1 plus 3 will become 2, so 2 into 1 is 1, 1 into minus 1 is minus 2 into b, so which implies the value of b is minus 1 upon 2. So we got the value of b. Now so we have made what here, s is equal to minus 1, so we got so we have removed a is vanished, c is vanished, and d. Now we'll put s is equal to minus 2 now. First we have taken s is equal to minus 1, now we'll take s is equal to minus 2, we'll see what happens. If I put s is equal to minus 2 here, so what happens here, so minus 2 plus 2 will cancel with 0, so 0 a will vanish, then here also s plus 2 bracket is there, so if I put s is equal to minus 2, this also will vanish, so and d also will vanish, because here we have s plus 2 bracket, so only c will left here, so which is nothing but, so 1 is equal to c into minus 2 into minus 2 plus 1 minus 2 plus 3. So on simplification, so value of c will be 1 by 2. Next we have taken s is equal to minus 1, s is equal to minus 2, now we'll take s is equal to minus 3, put s is equal to minus 3. So if I put s is equal to minus 3, again a will vanish, because here what we have, minus 3 plus 3 will 0, 0 into this entire thing is 0. So b also will vanish because we have s plus 3 bracket. C also will vanish because we have s plus 3. So a will vanish, b will vanish, c will vanish, only d will left. So therefore if I put s is equal to minus 3, we'll get 1 is equal to d term, that is d into minus 3 minus 3 plus 1 minus 3 plus 2. So therefore the value of d on simplification will get it as minus 1 upon 6. We got the value of b, c and d. So how to get the value of a now? So for that I will put what here, next value, put a is s is equal to 0. Put s is equal to 0. If I put s is equal to 0 in this, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 2 2, 0 plus 3 will get 3. So 0 into entire, b will vanish, c into s, s is 0 means this will, c also will vanish, d into s, s means 0 means this also will vanish, only will get a. So therefore 1 is equal to, because here s is how much here, we are putting 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 2 is 2, 0 plus 3 is 3, so 3 into 2 6, 6 into 1 is 6, that is 6a. So therefore so value of a will be 1 upon 6. So we got all the values, a value, b, c and d. So we'll apply these values once again in this fraction, so that we can apply directly what here, inverse Laplace transform to this. So I will go back and apply the value of a, b, c, d, and we'll see what happens. So therefore on applying, so 1 upon s, s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3 equal to a value we got 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6 upon s, b value we got it minus, so that minus I will write here, minus 1 upon 2 upon s plus 1, then c value we got plus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 upon s plus 2, and d value we got minus sign, minus 1 upon 6 upon s plus 3. So we got these terms. So therefore we will simplify once again. So 1 upon 6 can be written as 1 upon 6 into 1 by s, so minus 1 upon 2 into 1 upon s plus 1, plus 1 by 2 into 1 upon s plus 2, minus 1 upon 6 into 1 by s plus 3. Now so for this we'll apply inverse Laplace transform on both sides. So on taking inverse Laplace transform on both sides, 1 upon s into s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3 is equal to 1 by 6 is a constant, inverse Laplace of 1 by s, minus 1 by 2 is a constant, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus 1, plus 1 by 2 is a constant, inverse Laplace of 1 by s plus 2, minus 1 by 6 into inverse Laplace of 1 by s plus 3. So we'll apply inverse Laplace 1 by 1 to each term, which is equal to 1 by 6 is a constant, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s is 1, minus 1 by 2 as it is, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus 1, that is nothing but 1 upon s plus a, that is s plus a is nothing but e raised to minus at. So it will be a value is minus here, so minus times 1 into t, that is it will become e raised to t, plus next 1 by 2 as it is, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus 2 is nothing but e raised to minus 2t, minus 1 by 6 into inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus 3 is nothing but e raised to minus 3t. So this is the required solution. So therefore finally inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3 will be finally 1 by 6 into 1 is what here, 1 by 6 minus e raised to minus t upon 2 plus e raised to minus 2t upon 2 minus e raised to minus 3t upon 6. So in this way we need to simplify the results of inverse Laplace transform using partial fraction.